Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Briar, Rayne,
My name is Madelaine Brito-Godinez.
and we are here to talk about the Romani people. The Romani people originate in India, specifically the northern India, around the area known as Punjab. They are known for their lack of an oral or written history dating back centuries. So most of the evidence of this is through linguistic evidence and genetic evidence. Their arrival in Europe came in roughly the ninth century, and by the 10th century, they were already as far as Britain. Um, their nomadic culture caused them to naturally quickly spread across mainland Europe.
And extended family is very important for Romani culture. Men and women marry at a very young age, and just like many other cultures out there, after the woman marries, she joins the man's side of the family. Traditionally, living in alignment with nature and hunting and foraging is definitely a prominent part of their lives.
Social behavior is dictated by a group of um, social taboos called marime. Dead bodies were considered marime. Food made by non-Romas were considered marime, which is essentially taboo. But particularly, what was considered taboo was the lower half of the body. They had a taboo against eating cats and dogs specifically because they cleaned themselves using their tongue on their lower bodies. Um, they didn't even wash shirts and pants together. That's the level of taboo we're speaking of. Women who were menstruating were considered impure and wouldn't even be allowed to cook food. Um, Men and women used, even if they were living in a settled area, would use separate rooms. A woman standing over a man on a different level was considered taboo until the advent of apartment style housing, and that was naturally abandoned very quickly.
And fortune telling was another way that they would make money. Fortune telling would include either palm reading or tarot cards. And it was something that was mainly used just for gajos, which is in Romani culture somebody who is not of Romani heritage. And most Romani are either Christian or Muslim or adopt the prominent religion of where they're settled. To Romani people, music was very sacred. Romani music came to influence jazz, bolero, and flamenco.
Food was very prominent. Food culture was very prominent among the Romani people. Some foods were considered lucky, such as garlic and onions and peppers, things that were naturally scarce and hard to find by foragers and hunters. Their dishes themselves include hearty stews, roasted meats, flatbread, cabbage dishes, paprika heavy dishes, especially in Central Europe, stuffed peppers, fried dough. Hospitality and community were very important part of what it means to be Romani.
And unfortunately, Romani were a huge target of the slave trade in the Middle Ages, especially in Wallachia and modern day Romania. They received a widespread persecution from the government and were burnt as witches during the Inquisition. There was also an estimate of 1.5 million Romani people killed in the Holocaust by the Nazis.
Most people who hear the word Romani might have no idea what we're talking about. Popularly, they're known as gypsies. This is now considered an incredibly outdated term and even a slur by the modern Romani people. It came from the idea that they were originally from Egypt, and though they did settle there, they were not originally from there. Um, Fictional stereotypes of Romani people have been largely negative. There have been some good ones, of course, but prominent ones are The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Carmen, even more modern authors like His Dark Materials, fictional characters like Doctor Doom and Zatanna from superhero fictions. These negative stereotypes depict them as witches using magic to deceive and exploit people, thieves stealing goods and animals, and eat people themselves, even children. Romani women were especially stereotyped as being prostitutes, even though they maintained a strict social code against sex and especially against sex with non-Romani.
And modern Romani have spread across the world with an estimate of 12 million people claiming Romani heritage. In the United States alone, there is an estimate of 1 million Romani, and prominent modern people with Romani descent include Charlie Chaplin, Rita Hayworth, and Michael Caine. Even Tacoma has a prominent Romani population with near 200 families, and unfortunately, they are still looked at as thieves and beggars to this day.
Thank you for listening and for spreading the understanding of the Romani people. They are still continue to be a very misunderstood people in modern society. Um, just recently, there have been even multiple articles in just the Tacoma area or places like Spokane depicting Romani so-called crime families moving in, using their skills to deceive and fraud others out of money, pretending to be homeless when they're not. Um, we think these things are so far in the past, but really they're just right around the corner. And we hope that this gives you a little understanding of who the Romani are, their history, and uh, their heritage and culture, so that we can all maintain a little bit better of an understanding of everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.